Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Wow. I'm so sorry. Look, life interrupts. The best thing about a hobby is you can do it when you want to. And I apologize for those people who've waited that I've been late getting on. What is it? It's like, what, 17 after or something like that? I don't know. Yeah, I'm definitely late getting on. Look, guys, thank you very much for joining me. I'm live on the Shout Out Sports Card Show Friday morning, August, what is it, 25th? 26th, 26th. Oh, got a lot of cool things to talk about today. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the hobby. We'll go through some of the, shout out stuff. Then I'm also going to give some cool announcements and stuff like that coming up. And we'll kind of reflect on what's going on. I'm also open to comments and questions. I'll give people some time to come back in because I know I've been gone too long and I apologize. Let me see. It's great to see people, man. John Mangini, Dan the Card Man, Something Sports Cards, man. Something Sports Cards. Thinking about you a lot. Thinking about all you guys, man. But Something Sports Cards. I love how you, dude. That was a great investigative work. I mean, let's put it this way: there's many of us who had channels for years who didn't break what you did and got as much, attention in such a quick time, man. That's awesome. I actually am surprised you don't have more subscribers, and I hope you do get those. By the way, something. If you guys don't know Something Sports Cards, this is the guy that broke the story about the what was it? I don't know what the word is. Trimmed, redecorated, touched up Brady rookie card that was sold on gold and they took it back down. But really, really cool investigative story. Honestly, I would thought, you'd see a lot more people. And I think, and I'll tell you where I'm coming with this. I watch when people go on people's channels to see how many subs they can pick up, boosts that you get. The biggest boost that I've ever seen from going on a show was Neo was on Jeff's show last, I don't know, about 2 years ago. I think it was in 2020, maybe early 2021. And his show got thousands within a few weeks. It was amazing. It's the biggest jump I've seen. And I've seen other jumps. I've seen other shows, big jumps. The biggest jump I've ever had, I think, was I got 50 subscribers one day when Chris Sewell mentioned me on his channel, and that was probably about 2 years ago. So it's always interesting to see how those impact each other. Okay, let me see here. Good morning, AIH. Man, what's up, Ken Golden? That was hilarious last night. That was very funny. Although I'll tell you what that's coming from. Somebody mentioned to me that Ken Golden is hyper paranoid about the hobby. And here's what I've heard. It's all hearsay, so please, I'm not going to quote the person said this, was that Ken Golden knows that he had a shady past, and shady just in the sense he was the pitch man. The guy isn't a criminal by any means. I just want to say that. As far as I know, Ken Golden didn't break any laws, okay? But he had this past of being a pitch man or whatever on those QVC shows, and people are very hypersensitive about it. So when he came and gotten more into sports cards, and I will say this to his credit, my understanding was he was one of the first auction houses that really dedicated his stuff towards sports cards early on, right? But when he did that, he also wanted to make sure he kept everything transparent. He didn't want anybody questioning anything. He always made on the up and up. And I think that's why he's done things like, let's be honest, dude, he's pulled cards down. He's more responsive to the community than probably any other auction house. You guys agree or disagree? I'd love your comments on that. But I do think he's more responsive because he's I think hypersensitive, hyper paranoid. I don't know. But anyway, the burning of packs, I think that's great. I think that we should have a policy that when you open certain packs, you should burn them. Like, why are we keeping them anyway? You're telling me you really want an 86 Fleer pack? Well, print one. Hey, even better, get an NFT. Put it on your wallet. And I know why you burn them, because you didn't want to hear down the road like, oh, they're repacking or I think it's fine. I don't really care. Ken is very responsive. Yeah, I agree. Howdy, good morning, and Glorious P. Put more heat on, pressure on these guys higher up in the hobby. Well, the higher ups, that's where I don't think you're going to get. I don't think people are going to care. What was it? I think Dan the Card Man. You did a great video yesterday talking about all the problems in it, and I almost thought to myself, yeah, it's kind of like the hobby's like you go through this process where you come in and you're excited, and then you start to see things differently, and you step back and you like it and you enjoy it, but there's a moment there when you go, what the fuck? And my point is, I just sometimes think, and I think Carlos said this, I sometimes think the reason the hobby is the way it is because they want it to be that way. Yeah, like they know they can fix things, but they're like, why? So I don't know if things are going to change. I will tell you this, guys. I did I think, a pretty good interview on Cousins Collectible this week, which I think they're dropping next week. But I said some things that I'm probably going to regret next week. But one of them I did talk about, look, here's an idea I have for the manufacturers. when I first came back to the hobby, one of the things that irked me about these modern card parallels is like the only difference between a gold, a silver, a bronze, a purple, snakeskin, hippopotamus is the outline, the stuff. Like it's the same picture of the athlete, right? It's the same photo. The only thing that's changed is the frame. It's kind of lazy. Like I thought that was like, and what's special about that, right? And then when you see the one of one, you're like, it's the same as the base card. It's just got a black thing. So that's why it's cool. So here's what I had an idea. Here's what the manufacturer should do. They should take a look at a play going on, right? They see a player coming down the court. He's got, several options for photos, but take 3 photo variations as he's coming down the thing. One of them is him, on the fast break. He's dribbling fast break, right? And that's your base card. The other one is him, doing it between the legs as he goes up. And that's your silver prism or your more, limited card, right? And then here he is dunking the ball. And that is your golds, man. It's only to 10. If you want one of him dunking the ball, those only come in gold. And then have one like where he's beasting like this afterwards. That's the black finite. Wouldn't that be freaking cool? And then you want to collect the rainbow? You're basically collecting different pictures and seeing the player. Like you have one picture of the player, picture of the player catching the ball, picture of the player jumping in the air, picture of the player slamming the ball down, picture of the player beast. That would be freaking cool. That'd be creative. So talk a little bit about that on the thing the other day. Good morning, man. Good morning. Who else we got here? 550 wasted on breaks yesterday night. Feeling that. See, breaks. See, here's the thing, guys. Let's talk about breaks. I want to talk about other stuff. Let's talk about breaks. I love breaking. I really, really do. I'm a fan of it, but I love poker too. And it's not for everybody, man. You do not send everybody in to play poker, right? You know that. Same thing with breaking. It's not for everybody. When you say you wasted 550, I don't know what you mean, man. I'll put it this way. I have seldom wasted money in breaks. I have lost money in breaks, but I've not wasted it. I think we do more waste than other things. I've wasted some money in my life. I won't talk about that, but anyway, this is me, in my opinion. You can waste money in breaks. You absolutely can. Don't be the filler team. Don't chase teams that don't have good hits. If they, there's a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. One thing I will mention about the breaking thing, and I was going to talk about this when I started talking about videos. Let me flip over here and share some. I'm going to share my screen. This is going to take a second because I'm slow tech. Sharing screen. Share screen. Okay. Checking out yesterday all the different channels. I didn't pull up everyone individually today, man. I'll tell you, I just, it was a long day, long night. This video yesterday was one of the best videos I saw, man. You guys watch this? The $6 million sports card purchase by Chasing Cardboard. I thought this was epic. Really, 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 really cool. I wish there was more of it. If I have to wait 2 more weeks, I'm going to go crazy. Like, I don't know why Ty and Mike are doing this to me. Maybe you should wait like 12 weeks and watch the whole thing. Real quickly, guys. These guys, Ty basically buys a house full of cards where a guy passed away, and he was a hoarder baseball card. I think it's baseball, and I think sports card collector. And they show you the video of them going there. The house is packed full of cards, and you'll hear in the thing, "Oh, house is packed full of cards." You'll see videos and like, wow. And they don't even really see what they really bought. It's really kind of a blind purchase. I can only imagine. 6 million cards. God, man, that's awesome. I'm expecting to hear some amazing finds out of that. I really enjoyed that video yesterday. Really, really did. This was really cool yesterday, by the way, too. Infinite Investment, talking about the TCG thing. I saw that somewhere else. I think I listened to my phone. And someone else mentioned that's actually a bigger deal than people realize. Again, it's the TCG products. This is Dan's video. I love Dan's video yesterday. That was really well done, Dan. The other ones. I thought this was interesting. Open the Exquisite box. I used to open these Exquisite boxes. Most of the times back in the day, these things sucked. Like no one wanted these relics and stuff. Today, now that you can't find game use stuff, it's actually pretty good. Enjoyed watching this. This was a great video. Loot box doing they bet on slot machine $100 spins versus buying in a box because you got something at the end. So pretty cool. Not trusting the media. That was a pretty interesting one. This was one that I want to talk about. Women of the hobby. I made a comment. This is going to get me in trouble. That's going to come out in the video next week. I don't feel like there's any challenges for women in the hobby. I don't feel there's obstacles or barriers keeping women out of the hobby. Like I love it. I'm all for it, man. Not against it. Right? I think there's more barriers against other minority classes in the hobby. And I made a comment, and I'll say this too. I find that you'll find women in the hobby in two things. Normally, when they're honestly passionate about the hobby, which is rare, like they collect it because the father or that they really have the bug. They're a collector, but that's rare, right? The ratio of female to male soul collectors, waste money type people, small. You find a lot of women in the hobby when they see smart, lucrative businesses. They're a good barometer of a smart business. And what I mean by that is if you see a hobby business and a woman is involved in it, you'll find a lot of women in the back doing the shipping or, doing this or doing that. That business is normally doing very well. It's a lucrative business. And this is a good example. And I listened to her, I think it's Rated Rip's really interesting story. Her and her husband got into sports cards 2 years ago during COVID, went out and broke some, got some product and break filled quickly, and they made a lot of money. Not trying to be negative here, but those type of businesses are going to be decimated in the future. Like 2 years from now, there should be no one kitchen breaking anymore. I mean, I know it's like, well, everybody should have the right to do it, but really you should not want to ever do that. One thing I recommended in my video, when you hear this on Cousins next week, if I was the CEO of Rosen and if I was Panini, if I was any of these companies, I would start doing what's referred to as authorized breakers. I wouldn't give them exclusive pricing or anything. I would just say, look, these are my 20, 50 authorized breakers. And what it means to be an authorized breaker is that I'm going to hire somebody on my team to do quality control. They're going to be reviewing your videos. They're going to watch the way you handle the customers, the way you handle my products, the way you handle stuff. And if you don't do the right things, I'll take away your right to distribute my product that way. And you can get third party through distributors and be breakers on your own. But if you want to be a licensed real breaker, then I'm going to give you, some rules to follow. And the reason I say this will happen is because breaking is gambling. It absolutely is gambling. I just realized I don't think anybody can hear me. Jesus Christ. I've been talking the whole morning and no one can hear me. This is embarrassing. Where is my thing? Stop my share. How bad was this? Can you hear me? I feel like I've been talking all morning and no one can hear me. I don't know. I didn't realize my mic is on the ground here. You can hear me. Okay, good. So I will continue my lecture. Oh man, what a morning. I'm sorry, guys. What I was saying there in the breaking thing is I think you're going to see a lot of those kitchen breakers get put out of business. And when it happens, you're going to hear a lot of them complaining, right? You're going to hear the mom and the dad that had to go back and get a real job because, Fanatics was mean and it made it harder for them to get the allocations. But the reason for that, guys, is that you should not, in sports cards, you should not be able to go to Walmart, buy cards off the shelf, come home and sell them and make a living and quit your job. That just should not happen. It shouldn't. Think about it. And that is a problem. In fact, you should not be able to buy cards from a distributor and make a living off of it. Because again, think about this. All you're doing is opening cards, man. Like, I love it. I love breaking, and that's great. But you're just opening cards, you're sorting them, and you ship them to me. But if you're making a living, let me think about it. And this is what I think is interesting of breaking. When you see companies, organizations, and I'll tell you a good one, Run Good Life, when he has a program where he can sell memberships and you can win spots in there, that means there's a lot of margin, which means instead of him giving me the best price of my box of cards, he's put a lot of extra cost in there so that he can A, not work, stay at home, and B, so that he can do these promos and gifts and grow his channel and get more views. And again, I understand that, but that business model I think is going to be wiped out in the future. I do. I don't know if you guys think that. And I think a lot of people who don't like breakers, who are like, oh, the breakers are killing everything, those are going to be the breakers that get wiped out. The breakers that are going to stay there are going to be Platinums and the Laytons of the world, backyard breaks, only because they have the volume. I think they'll adapt, they'll adjust. If Fanatics called backyard breaks and said, look, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, I'm sure they would do it. Right? So anyway, that's my thought on that. I'm sorry. I got a little lost there on stuff. I'm having a problem here with the... We can hear you. All right. Okay, so let's talk about something else here. Let me go back to my screen here. I want to mention yesterday, there's been a lot of negative videos going around. Oh, damn it. Oh, I got some PC cards to share with you guys today, too. So stick around, because I know I got a lot of grief about that. Yesterday, I watched a video from Flipping Steve, who I hadn't seen in a while. I don't know if you guys watch his video. I don't know if you watch my video. My video is meant to be a funny video. I was using really bad clickbait to get you to watch the video, and then I had a really terrible joke at the end, and I don't know if it worked, but I watched Flipping Steve's video yesterday, man. It made me sad. I have a brother, and my brother is very important to me. And I don't know if you guys have listened to Flipping Steve, but Flipping Steve's brother had a very, 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 very severe accident. And Flipping Steve mentions that there was a time period where he didn't know where his brother was and if his brother was alive. And that, whew. And he said in his video yesterday, man, I turn on the hobby because I just want to get away. I want to get away. I want to escape the miseries of things like this. I need to say misery. I'm adding misery, but escape things like that. And so I put up my video yesterday. I was going to do a different video. I put up that video yesterday. And it made me think a lot because, I don't know, man. I do want this to be an escape. And I'm too wrapped up in it right now. Too stressed over it. Like, I go to bed sometimes and I wake up sometimes and I don't know. It's not fun. It is fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love making content. I love YouTube. I don't think, in fact, here's another example. I've thought about trying to quit, but I think I'm addicted. I don't think I can quit. I'm going to unplug. I'm going to take some time and unplug. I'm going to take this weekend, actually, unplug and go to my cabin. I will be dropping content. It's already been made. It's going to come out, so it's not like you guys will know any difference. But quick point to this is go watch Steve's video. And all the content creators out there, most of you already do this anyway, but make a fun video like Steve asked. Just something, an escape video. Tell a terrible joke. Share a terrible card. Make somebody laugh or cry. I don't know. So on that note, I want to make you guys laugh and cry. Okay, guys? So I'm going to share with you guys some of my PC cards. These are some of my PC cards. I wish I was good as some of these other guys. Man, when it comes to some stuff they got to share. We can put these in the right order here. Okay, so this is one of my favorite cards. Pull up here to the screen. And I'll hold it up here for a second and I'll explain the card. Because every card to me has a story. And you're like, what's the hell is special about that, Ziggy? And then real quickly, too, on the back, this is 1 of 10. 1 of 10. Woo! This is from 2000 and I think this is 2018. No, 2017 Panini Instant Football. DeAndre Hopkins, Will Fuller, Texas wideouts combined for 3 scores. 402 yards. Legion of Deshaun Watson was targeting either Hopkins, who amassed 224 yards, or Fuller. He grabbed 125 yards. So great card. Now here's the story about this. When this card came out, I remember it came out, and on the Panini site, like, go rush and get the first one now. And I ran, man, and I went on the site, and I put my money in, and I clicked the button, and I was excited because I thought I bought Deshaun Watson. And it wasn't Deshaun Watson. I thought it was Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins, and it was Fuller and Hopkins. So I was all excited. I did not know this until this came in the mail. And I opened it up, I'm like, damn. And then here's the funny part. I went to the website. This is Panini Instant. And the Watson one was sold out because it was a quarterback and people knew to chase. Hold on a second. Sandy, Candy, come here. Candy, no. Come here. Stop rubbing your back. You're going to burn you. You're going to hurt yourself. I'm going to put Candy up here for a second. The Watsons is sold out, but this was the only one of those 10 that was sold. The only one. I bought it. This is mine. I love it. My card. It's special to me. Still in the Panini seal. And it reminds you to read before you hit the submit button. Now here's another great card. This is a... Oh, hold on a second. You want to get down again? You're going to pull my microphone on my head. Just wrap this around your little paw. Everybody's watching this and laughing, aren't they? Look at this. Stop rubbing your back. Candy, no. I'm going to have to put her inside. The dog has a little scratch in her back and she keeps rubbing it and it's going to get red. Anyway, this card was back when Zion Williamson's came out, right? So this is Zion's class. This is the 2019, I believe. This is the first year that Panini did first off the line National Treasures. And I was super excited to get this product. And I got this DeAndre Hunter. And a lot of people, the Zions were selling for ridiculous money. I know people actually closed on them, but they were going for ridiculous money. This is National Treasures College, which I remember saying to myself, that's a waste. But I got it. And I think this is number 1. Is that where you can see that? Number 1 of 25 on card auto. And I'll say my kids are also Cavalier fans. The Andre Hunter, it's a big deal. They won the national championship this year. So PC card right there. That's a super card to me. It has really no value. These cards have no value, you're going to see. I used to love first off the line. That was my thing. I used to love first off the line, man. I would work and do whatever I could to get in first off the line. In fact, I'll give you an example. Back in 2017, maybe it was 18, first off the line came out. And it was hard to get because it would sell out. So I remember there were 6 friends of mine, and I gave all of them, I sent all of them money. I forget how much I made, like $200 a piece. It wasn't a lot of money, but I sent everybody $200 for their PayPal account so that all of us could go online and buy. And then we shared whatever we bought, right? We ended up sharing together. We did a break, kind of a group thing, and it was awesome. Loved it because at the time you got first of the line at suggested retail price, which is like $120 for a prison box. So yeah, why was it? I think it was $240 I sent everybody because everybody could get 2 boxes that way. All 6 of us got 2 boxes. We could hopefully get a case. We didn't. I think we got like 6 of the. Anyway, long story, but love that. So the next ones are all first of the line cards, I believe. This is a Josh Rosen. I almost want. Look, I'm gonna take this card out of the damn. Just to be honest, it's not like Josh is going to go anywhere. It's just such a beautiful card, man. Look at this card. Look at this shiny, very shiny. Limited print run, right? Number of 13 of 14. Josh Rosen. Ugly piece of napkin. And let's see if it says on the back here. Enclosed is player worn material. Which again, it's rookie, so he couldn't game worn. 2018. It's just a pretty card. It really is. It's a pretty card. I also thought to myself, autographs, Josh Rosen could become a porn star like Jimmy Garoppolo, and maybe this card has value someday. Or becomes an actor or something. You never know, right? Here's another one. This is, oh man, one of my favorites. Is this 2017? Yeah, 2017. National Treasures, guys. Love this one because this is a memory. I'm going to take this out of its sleeve, too. Again, back in the day, first off the line, National Treasures, these boxes were $500 a box. And I remember going, what the? I think I got 2 or 3 of these Stars and Stripes. I'm thinking it was 2. The other one that I got was Mitch Trubisky, Stars and Stripes, and I sold it immediately for, I think, $2,000, $2,100. I think it's the most expensive eBay sale I ever had. But I think this card's just gorgeous, man. These are those Stars and Stripes. I think this might be one of the original Stars and Stripes of that set of the first off the line. I don't think they did it previous years. It's just such a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous card, man. Gorgeous card. And again, Kaiser, maybe you're going to do something down the road we don't know about. Put that back over there. And then another one. These 2 I got graded. This is not a true gem mint. It has a corner of a 9. This one is my reminder that Ohio State can't make quarterbacks. This is Cardale Jones. Until someone proves me wrong, Ohio State doesn't make quarterbacks, man. This is what's it called? The pink, right? Neon pink. Numbered to 10. 10 of 10. 2016. Just a gorgeous card, man. Beautiful card. So pretty. See, things to me like this are more art because you're not keeping this at all for the value, right? You're not holding on to Cardale Jones because you're like, man, someday Cardale's going to be worth more money. You're holding on to this because of the art and the memory for me. And the last memory I have here, going back to Deshaun Watson. An absolutely gorgeous card. Another not true gem mint because the corners are 9s. This is what I think number 10 as well, man. Look at that. This is the black. Deshaun Kaiser. Neon black light. And look at that autograph with the white ink. I think these are supposed to glow in the black light. I never did that. Again, another just gorgeous card, man. Gorgeous card. So I thought I'd share some of those PC cards. Last time I wrap up with you guys, because I feel like it's just been a cluster of a morning. I mean, I was late coming on, have the microphone on the ground, can't read my comments very well. That's not all Watson was. That's true. That is very true. I can barely see my comments, guys. Forgive me for that. I'm terrible at this. What does it say? Let's see if I can read it over here. I need to wear glasses at night. You got to laugh when you. Thanks, man. I love my dogs. My dogs. I got my Groot here. Groot's my dog. He's my boy. Okay. Last thing we'll talk about. I've decided I'm not going away. People are gonna be like, is Ziggy going away? Because they want me to go away. I was listening last night to Zach, I think it was Zach's channel, and I was just driving and listening to it. It made me just, god damn it, so excited because I listened to him talk about people and talking about other people in the hobby and other channels. It just made me feel like part of a community, and I want to continue doing that. But I am going to be changing my content on my channel. I'm going to kind of take a little step back as well. Part of the reason for that, I'm going to announce that I am going to spend a little more time in September, October, November on a sports card related business. Kind of started something with a friend a while back. Actually, he started it. I told him what to do, and he's like, "Oh, this sounds interesting." And then he's like, "Well, why don't you come do it with me?" So I've always not done it because I've told you I don't want to be biased. I don't want to work for a company and have an opinion that might be biased. But what I will tell you is this company, what I'm excited about, if this goes well, I'm just talking early stages here, right? Which I'll know more in the next, 30, 60, 90 days. It's something that benefits the entire community. It's something that I don't believe will cost people money, that I think can be passed on to advertisers, right? As a service. You guys can probably think about what I'm thinking about. I've talked about this a lot. But I'm going to try to help him put together this opportunity. The other thing I'm going to talk about too is I'm going to spend a little more time on my NFT channel. I really enjoy NFTs. NFTs don't make me stressed. There's nobody, doing any fraudulent activity or anything shady in the NFT world. It's kind of, I don't know, sterile. But I like it. Don't recommend it. Do not do NFTs. NFTs are not for you. Okay, is that what they're for? Not for you. But that's kind of what's new. Like, I'm not going to do the shout out show starting Monday. I'm going to take some time off. I'll probably do some shout outs every now and then for people. I'll use my channel to do interviews and to shine lights on positive and negative stuff that I see in the hobby. But I'm going to kind of, like I said, take a step back and spend some time looking at this company with a friend. I'll quickly mention, I don't know if you guys saw that today's the Burbank show. Jeremy Lee did announce that he took a position with TAG as Vice President of Business Development. And I'm going to simply say, look, I wish you the best, Jeremy. I think it's awesome. I think it's cool. I'm not surprised. I could make some comments on it, but I'm just going to say, look, I think that's awesome. And it made me, like I said, we all have our freedom to do what we want in the hobby. Just be good people about what you do. Communicate with each other, talk to each other, support each other. And I don't know. Listen to Flipping Steve's video. Another great video to listen to is Deafness. Deafness is a great channel. I love his stuff. He talked about some challenges in the hobby. And these are not challenges with the hobby. They're people going through challenges who could use support. And that's an awesome thing. So I'm going to stop, wrap it up. I said too much and not enough. Guys, have a great weekend. I have a video that I think I put up yesterday, which is why I think margin calls are getting pulled in on the high-end cards. I think that's why you see the PWC auction getting loaded with so many Jordans coming up. I think some of those accounts are getting margin call. Just a thought, guys. Have a great day, man. Thank you guys for being here. It means the world to me. Stay safe.